thank you so much for being here today. Before we dive in, I would like to introduce myself first. Hello everyone, I'm Nana from Malaysia and currently a student of English Education major. I'll be your host for today's session. Before we start, I'd like to take a moment to think about today's topic, which is facing situations beyond our readiness. It is something that all of us experience at some point in our life, whether we like it or not. And very often we tell ourselves that we will do something when we're ready and when we're confident enough or experienced enough or even prepared enough. But the truth is, life doesn't always wait for that moment. Sometimes opportunities, responsibilities, or challenges come to us before we feel prepared. Mm, and suddenly we are expected to figure things out on the spot. And everyone reacts differently when they are placed in situations beyond their readiness. Some people just jump right in, some people hesitate, and some, like me, need a bit of time to adjust. Maybe I'll tell a bit of my story. As for me, I tend to be quite precise about what I want to do. I don't plan out every single detail, but I do prefer knowing beforehand if I need to go or do something or go somewhere. Having that sense of clarity helps me to feel more in control. So when I am faced with a situation that is beyond my readiness, I'll admit that I get flustered and start to panic a little. Sometimes, if I'm lucky enough, everything goes well, but if not, I might end up facing some kinds of awkward or embarrassing moments. For example, if I wasn't prepared for doing a group call session like this, my speaking could become messy and I would probably struggle to come up with ideas on the spot. That would make it harder for the program to run smoothly, right? But even then, I still try to show up and do my best regardless of the situation. Um, and that's really what today's discussion is about, how we cope, adapt, and grow when life pushes us into situations that we don't feel ready for. So let's keep this session open and honest and hopefully learn from each other's experiences. We have five of us here, Kak Yusi, Aliba, Yogi, and also Rahma. So I guess I'll start the conversation with Kak Yusi. Would you like to answer first? Hello, Kayusi. Would you like to answer first? Or should I go to other participants first?
I'm sorry,
Okay,
I
maybe
cannot. I cannot talk.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you, Kayusi. So I'll go to Adiba first. Hello, Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Are you available to speak? Okay, maybe Adiba is also not available to speak, so I'm going to move on to Yogi. Hello, Yogi.
Hello, good night, Miss Nana.
Okay, night for you. So Yogi, let me first ask you the question. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt completely unprepared?
Yeah, I am. So, first, I will introduce myself. My name is Yogi. Thank you for this chance for me to join this meeting. So, our topic is about facing situation beyond our red lines and prepare to miss another question. So, yeah, I often to face that situation. Definitely, as young people, I often face this situation that we are not fully ready for. Sometimes life moves faster than our preparation, and we are suddenly placed in moments that feel confusing or overwhelming. I think at that age we don't always know the right words to say or the best decision to make, and that's okay. What I will learn is that facing situation beyond our right lines is actually part of growing up. We learn by experience things wildly, not just be reading or listening to advice. Mistake or awkward moment and even fear slowly teach us important lessons about responsibility, values, and Mm, Self-awareness. Looking back, many of those moments feel difficult at the time, but they help shape who I am today. They make me more open-minded, more careful in my choices, and more understanding of other people. I think growth often comes from moments we didn't feel ready for, but had to face anyway. So yeah, I have to feel that always. Okay, maybe it's my as long my experience until now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the answer from you, Yogi. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, you are right. Sometimes when we experience those kinds of things, these situations that we are not prepared for, we kind of gain something from it. It's the same as failure or mistakes. When we kind of experience some kind of failure or mistakes, we tend to grow from it. And in the future, we'll be able to do something better than we did before, right? Okay, thank you so much for your answer. It was really great. I'll be back to you for the next question. Would you like to say something else, Yogi?
No. I'm just want to say, yeah, that exactly. That's it.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, Yogi. I'll be back to you for the next question. Thank you. Now let's move on to Rahma. Hello, Rahma.
Yeah, hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear your voice. Okay, so Rahma, how about you? Have you ever been in a situation where you felt completely unprepared?
Well, I often get that situation actually, especially in my workplace. Sometimes I get the problem and then I've prepared myself like for some problem that I imagine in the future. But sometimes there is a situations beyond readiness and I feel like what should I do with that things? But what I learned from my experience was I try to realize that we as a human being, sometimes we are imperfect. And then in that situation, sometimes I've ever got like a panic. It's just like panic with something that I've done in my workplace, and then I just try to solve that problems as uh, I mean like I just solve the problems as I can, and then like I break down the problems for small things, and then looking for what things that I can do directly. And in other things, I just try to look for the validation for myself, like myself and my friends. Like, is it right what I do for cope this problem or not? Because sometimes I've I've prepared all of the things, but I get that situations that I cannot handle it. I feel like, oh, what should I do? I should ask help for help from people. But before that, I try to, yeah, as I said, like realize that everyone is imperfect and try to break down the problem to the small or even the tiniest things that can do directly. Then look for the help from the others, or even asking their opinion about our problem. I think so. Just it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Rama, for your answer. You're right. Like, life is full of unexpected things. Many kind of things happen without we even know. Sometimes we're prepared for it, but sometimes we're not. And but that kind of thing can help us to maybe learn from the situation. You have to deal with it, and then you'll have to figure out some kind of solution for your situations. So sometimes you deal with it yourself, yourself, and sometimes you ask for people's help. So it's something very normal that happens in our life, like in our study place or workplace or anywhere. So yeah, it's something that help us think about it, like help us learn from it. Okay, thank you so much, Rahma, for your answer. It was really great. Thank you. I'll be back to you for the next question. Okay, Rahma, thank you. Now let's move on to the next participant, which is Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Oh, okay, hello. I can hear you. So Adiba, the question for you: do you think readiness is something we ever fully have?
Yeah. I think especially beyond our daily is something. Yeah, for me it's many adult experience and so for me it's like as a fresh graduate, I think I realized that real life doesn't always go the way we expect. So after years of studying, I believe that getting a job would be the next clear step. However, the reality is like much more complicated. Job opportunities are limited, and the competition is very, very tough. And there are so many, yeah, and many companies expect the experience even more fresh graduate. Like we have to have the experience 3 or 2 years experience, but they are fresh graduate. Yeah, how can we have this experience if we didn't get the job? Yeah, this is, and sometimes I even when we finally get the job, the salary is not enough to match with the cost of living, so this can be very discouraging. So I started questioning my worth and my choices and even my future. I often find myself comparing my journey to others, like my friend who seem to success better and more and have a clear direction in life. So during this session, feeling of confusion, fear, and also self-doubt becomes very common. So there are moments when I feel unprepared and overwhelmed as life is moving faster than I am. So it feels like I'm expected to have everything figured out, while in reality, I'm still learning who I am and what I truly want. So that's it. And I'm sorry learning that the quarter life crisis is not a sign of failure. It is a transition. It is a period of growth where we learn resilience, patience, and also what's that? Self-awareness, I think. So taking small steps like such as scaling the assessment, improving skill, or accepting temporary station. Yes, that's it.
Okay, actually, I do agree with you, Adiba. Thank you so much for your answer. You're right. Sometimes in life, especially, I like the example that you gave, like the one that we have to prepare for what life has to come to us. Like when we work in study, we need to prepare for how we are going to get a job and something like that. And we plan to everything, but it doesn't always mean that the situations will always go away. Sometimes we have to face situations that we are not ready for. For example, like the job you said, sometimes we need experience for the job that we're seeking for, and we need this and that. But sometimes we're not ready for it, but we have to face it and try to like experience it. For example, like experience and do something about it that will help us to get something that we want. Okay, thank you so much, Adita, for your answer. It was very great. Thank you, Adita. I'll be back to you for the next question. Okay, now let's move on to the next participant. Kak Yusi, would you like to answer the question? Hello, Kak Yusi, are you still not available to speak? Okay, maybe Kak Yusi is not available to speak. Now let's move on to who's the one who just joined? Is it Adam? Mr. Adam, hello?
Hello, Miss.
Okay, hello, Adam. So, this is a question for you. Do you think readiness is something we ever fully have?
Sorry?
Okay, let me repeat the question. Do you think readiness is something we ever fully have?
Okay, I think about this topic is really interesting for me. I have experience also in this topic, Miss. My experience when I was have a when I have a new job in one of Batam Island, so I don't have any we call it preparations uh, for the job because it's a first time for me to handle that job. So I think it's really hard to face the situations because we don't have any experience for that. Uh, it's make me we call it uh, get nervous. I think that when I get the job, I think there's always
Okay, so it's like the readiness for you to go through the situations where you need to get a job, right? Sometimes we are faced with the situation where we're not ready. So it's really important that we feel ready for it. But we also need to adapt to the situations that need us to do something or go somewhere or anything. Right. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Adam, for your answer. Okay. I'll be back to you for the next question. Thank you.
Let's move back to Yogi. Hello, Yogi. Are you still there? Okay, so Yogi, the next question for you. How do you usually feel when you are pushed into something before you feel ready? Do you get the question?
there. Okay. So uh, that question I feel comfort. Let me change the question before I explain. So the question is usually feel when I pushing through something before I feel ready.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I think that it's hard maybe. So the question it's nice here. Wait a minute. So that can you repeat again the question
Okay,
before
sure. Okay, sure. So
this
the question is,
I forgot what I
okay,
forgot what
okay.
I have to say.
Okay, no problem. So the question is, how do you usually feel when you are pushed into something before you feel ready for it? Okay, do you get it?
Okay.
Okay.
I will. Let me think first. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I guess that. Um, yeah. Yeah. I get it that when someone saw something that pushes into I guess something before they feel ready. Pressure and desires are overwhelming. So yeah, hello,
Yeah?
okay, I will. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it feels comfortable because I have not fully prepared myself, but both mentally and emotionally at the same time. But the situation can teach me to adapt while confident and grow faster than I expect. So even though it is challenging, they should sometimes help me discover my potential. So I have where I leave my home. So I learned much something about this life exactly. So where I live my parents, when I live my village, so I have to continue my study or my another yeah my life I guess. Yeah, I have much learned, so it's uh yeah I guess that when I push into something before I feel ready, I often feel a mix of pressure and uncertainty. Yeah, uncertainty. At first, my mind feels with doubt because I am stepping into a situation without enough time to prepare myself, and the discomfort is real and it makes me question my abilities. Yeah, however, as time goes on, I begin to adapt. What once felt overwhelming slowly becomes a learning process, teaching me resilience, courage, and self-belief. Yeah, being pushed before I'm ready often becomes the moment that helps me grow the most. Yeah, I guess like that.
Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Yogi. So, from your question, you said that you will feel hard about it, like you feel overwhelmed and also unprepared to do something when you are pushed into that kind of situation. But you still have to go through it because sometimes it happens and it happens just in a sudden way. So you have to still go through with it and you have to learn from it and experience it yourself. So yeah, sometimes it happen to us. It happens that when we are not ready to do something, but not wanting it or not, we have to go through it. Okay, thank you so much, Yogi, for telling us your story. Okay, thank you. I will back you for this question. Yogi. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Rahma, hello, Rahma. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, Rahma. So, this is the question for you. What is something you learned from yourself, from a situation you were not ready for?
Wow, that's a really good question. What I've learned from each situation, especially for the beyond readiness, what I should be know what I do, and but mostly it's about mentality, like how I cope my overwhelming, and then how to become peaceful for facing all of that situation that I even not ready yet. I also think I'm gonna about it, and then what I realized when I when I when I pass the or not pass, it's like facing the same situation with the situation that I've passed before. I feel like, oh, I've ever passed the situation. So in that situation, I just do I A B C D. Then I try to recall all of the things and try to hope for the present situation that I've got, that the same situations. I think so. So what I've learned is to be peaceful and then don't be panic and worry about that thing.
Okay,
I think
okay.
so.
Okay, I got it. Thank you so much for your answer, Amma. It was really great. Even though you are faced with that kind of situations, you still learn from it. You try to recall all the things that you've learned, perhaps, or things that you think you have to do, and then you have to cope with the present situations. And yeah, because it happens in an unprepared way. You have to think about the whatever you have think about before, like whatever you have learned about before. So even though it's in a sudden way, you still go through with it. And what you learn from it is that you have to be calm and peaceful about it, right? So that that situation wouldn't be some kinds of anxious thing for you. Okay, I got your answer. Thank you so much, Rama, for your answer. Thank you. And I'll move on to you. I'll move back to you for the next question. Thank you. Now let's move on to Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Are you still there? Hello, Adiba. Okay, maybe Adiba is not available to speak. So let me call out Mr. Adam. Hello, Adam.
Yes, miss.
Okay, so the next question for you, Adam. How do mistakes help when learning in unfamiliar situation?
Sorry, miss.
Okay, let me repeat the question. How do mistakes help when learning in unfamiliar situation?
Sorry, miss.
Okay, would you like me to proceed with another question?
Yes, yes, miss.
Okay, let me ask you another question. Do you prefer asking for help or figuring things out on your own? Okay, do you get the question?
I get it.
Okay.
For me, mindset is I will do it by myself. Not ask the help to other people. Because why? Because for me that I don't know exactly because my characteristic is I some problem that I face in my life. So I will do by myself as I can because yeah I cannot to what call it how to say in English uh, I cannot asking help to other people because for me I want to call it settle by myself. So I if we asking help to other another person or people, so uh, in my mind, so we will think that how to say in English that we will also remind his kindness is really what we call for me. Uh, we call it always remind on my mind. So for me, that's is my opinion.
Okay. So you prefer doing on your own because yeah, because that's your characteristic, right? And you can't just ask for anyone's help because yeah, sometimes you just need to settle the things on your own. That's what helps you grow and maybe develop from what mistakes you've made or what kind of situations you're going through. And yeah, perhaps if you ask for help, you will always be reminded with that kindness, and you will have to be like in depth to that person you're asking for help. So that sometimes is not comfortable because yeah, you would want to receive kindness, but you also want to give kindness to other people. Okay, thank you so much for your answer, Mr. Adam. It was really great. I'll be back to you for the next question. Um, Now let me ask Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Are you still there? Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Okay. So Adiba, let me ask you the next question. Okay. Okay. What helps you cope when you feel overwhelmed or underprepared?
Sorry, your voice is not really clear here.
Okay. Can you hear my voice clearly now?
Yeah.
Okay. So the question is, what helps you cope with the situation when you feel overwhelmed or underprepared?
Uh, when I Maybe, yeah, the most important is pray, of course, and I try to go to somewhere to make like a way of like negative thinking or like overthinking because I'm overthinking. I'm so much overthinking about something. But I try to I try not move on anything. I try to take a breath first. Yeah, take a breath, and then I try to go outside maybe just talking with my friend or maybe the elder people like this. So it can make me feel like it make me feel like calm and not think too much again. But the most important thing is maybe pray to God because yeah, everything I think we need help for our God, right? So I think yeah, I just pray and try to do like yeah, try to pray every time and try maybe listening some like motivating to be like maybe for a good to get so yeah like to get me because I don't know everything has I mean like there is a time of process this maybe we have to wait until yeah we have to what is that we have to I don't know how to say it in English. We have to feel in this like difficult situation, but maybe the next day we will like happy or we can get what we want or maybe better than that. Just be positive thinking, like you said.
Okay, thank you so much, Aliba, for your answer. That's actually a really good way to cope with that kind of situation. Like, you need to make yourself feel calm first, like taking a break from the kind of situation that makes you feel overwhelmed or something. You will kind of go outside and meet people, talk to your friends about it, or maybe talk to your friends to feel like you have to forget about it or something. Yeah, just important thing is to do anything that help you to make feel calm, right? And not forgetting to pray every time when things don't always go your way. I get that situation. I get your answer, and I think I should learn from you from it because when I was in that kind of situation, I wouldn't be able to feel calm at all. So your answer actually helps me to think about my situations as well. Thank you so much, Adiba, for the answer. Okay, now let me move back to the participant, Yogi. Hello, Yogi.
Yeah, you're here.
Okay, so Yogi, the next question for you: how can we build confidence when we don't feel ready?
How be confident
Mm-hmm.
when
When
I don't feel ready.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so I'll make some that when I feel that there was a time when I had to step into a situation I didn't feel ready for at all. My mind was full of doubt and my confidence feel very low. Yeah, and I keep asking myself if I was good, if not, or if I will fail. Yeah, so I will do my best if I could do if I can do that at my time. So, but life doesn't always wait until we feel prepared 100%. But sometimes opportunities come before confidence does. Yeah, in that moment, I realized that confidence is not about having all the answer or feel feel ready 100% or yeah, so far from that. It's about having the courage to to try even when fear is present. Like we are have to do it tonight. I we I'm just being confident, just being confident. I know that you as admin or you just as a moderator will have much more uh, yeah, experience or you get what audience mean to say because you are being a long time to practice this lesson, so you understand what audience means. So as I move forward, I learn along the way. I make mistakes, feel uncomfortable, and there's uncertainty. Yet each step taught me something new. Slowly, what once feel overwhelming become a little bit growth. Being confident that you don't feel ready means trusting yourself despite the fear. It means believing that you can learn, adapt, and survive the process. For me, that experience can prove that readiness often comes after action, not before. Like I had to do today, so I will improve always. Like,
Okay.
that's
Okay, thank you so much for your answer. Yeah, sometimes we have that kind of situations when confidence is not everything, but for you, you have to you will like keep on practicing on things that you perhaps not be ready for, or perhaps you have made some kind of mistakes before. So it's something that you improve all the time. So it's really good that you think of it that way. Thank you so much, Yogi, for your answer. It was really great. Okay, thank you, Yogi.
yeah,
Okay, now let's move on to Rahma. Hello, Rahma. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so let me ask you the next question. Do you think being ready is sometimes an excuse we tell to ourselves?
Sorry, can you repeat it again, please?
Okay, sure.
Your voice here is
Yeah,
soft, actually.
the connection is not
Yeah,
really
because
good.
here
I'm really
it's raining.
sorry. Okay, let me repeat the question.
Okay.
Do you think being ready is sometimes an excuse we tell ourselves? Do you get the question?
Well, actually, no.
Okay, then let me ask you another question. Um, how does facing tough situations change the way you see yourself?
Okay. How can I see the tough situation can see what I am today? Well, in my experience, after I pass all of the overwhelming things, or even like the stressful experience that I've been, I just realized actually I can do all of the things. Even in that time, I feel like maybe I wasn't as strong as that. But after I passed it, I just realized, oh, if I want, I can do all of the things. Even in that time, it was hard to face that situations. But after we face it, we just realized, oh, even that tough moments, we can still we can still pass it. So what I've learned from that is we should pass all of that situations. We even in that situation we are ready or not, we just should pass it. We don't have any choices for that. And then after we pass all the tough situation, we can learn and see how strong we are. I think so.
Okay, okay. I think I do agree with you on this one. Like, even though we go through something tough or difficult situations, we just need to realize that we can still do it despite all the things that happens. And whether we like it or not, whether we feel confidence or not, we need to pass it or maybe go through it after all. Because if we do not try to go through it with ourselves, it wouldn't be something that we can learn from. Okay, I got it. Thank you so much, Rahma, for your answer. It was really great. And would you like to say something else, Rahma?
No, thank you for
Okay.
the question actually.
Okay, thank you, Rahma. And let's move on to Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Hello, Adiba. Are you still there? Okay, maybe Adiba is not available as for now. Let's move on to Ibnu. Hello, Ibnu.
Hello, Nana, and hello, everyone. Good
Hello.
evening from here.
Okay, good evening for you. So, Ibnu, we were talking about the topic of facing situation when we're not ready. So, the question for you, um, okay, what helps you cope with the situation when you feel overwhelmed or underprepared to do something?
Okay. First of all, thank you very much for having me here, and I do apologize for being late. I was having some troubles before, and then about your question, I think it's just like my situation right now. I was not fully prepared. I'm not fully prepared for this this topic. So I think when I face something that I am not prepared to, well, I just improvise. I think it depends on each people or on each other. I mean, when someone can adapt, when someone can face any difficult situations in his on or her life, I think he will or she will always find a way to fix the situation. So I think who has the ability to to fit in a situation, I think they will survive or they will success, but they will succeed. And um, maybe you can try or you can force yourself to be creative. As a teacher, I am forced. I have to always prepare for any situations in my class. Uh, Even though I have to sacrifice, I have to lose time, any of my time in my life to prepare for it. Yeah, I have to be always ready. And yeah, I think when you try to find a solution, you will find it. You will be successful to finish your problem, to find a way. And you don't have to force yourself too hard. You just uh, you understand yourself and just let yourself flow and find the way, like that.
Okay, I got your point. I think I do agree with you a lot on this. Like, I also sometimes face this situation that you face, like in a group call when I join, because I don't prepare with the topic. Of course, I will feel kind of overwhelmed or maybe underprepared, and I will think a lot about it. But sometimes we just have to force through it. like you said, we need to force ourselves, but maybe not too hard to be like creative, even if we are not prepared on something. Um, and yeah, just let it flow and let everything goes, even if we're not ready for it. I like the example that you gave when you said that as a teacher, we need to be prepared all the time, because yeah, I kind of go through it when I was in my internship too as a teacher. When I'm not prepared to do something in my class, I'm not prepared to teach or something. I need to be creative, think of a solutions to do something, even if I'm not ready for it. So yeah, I do agree with you on it. Thank you so much, Ibnu, for your answer. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. I think it's Hassan. Is that right?
Yes, I'm Hassan Farooq.
Okay.
I'm really
Mm-hmm.
sorry for joining late.
Oh, it's okay, don't worry. Okay, so we were talking about the topic of facing situations beyond our readiness. So let me ask you this question. Okay, how do mistakes help us when learning in unfamiliar situations? Okay, do you get the question?
Me.
Yeah, easy.
Actually, I cannot understand or I cannot catch your
Okay. Let me repeat.
question.
Let me repeat the question. How do mistakes help when learning in unfamiliar situations?
Familiar,
Unfamiliar situations.
unfamiliar questions or unfamiliar situations.
Situations.
Questions. So I want to be more clear before answer. Is the questions is how can I face any unfamiliar questions? Is this the question?
Okay, yeah, you can answer that in that way. Sure. That's right.
Well, actually, the topic is, I think it is very difficult topic to talk about because unfamiliar questions have no boundaries. So you can ask me any type of question, but we are not master of all. If you know my background or our background, then we will perfectly can answer some specific questions within our knowledge and within our boundary. But if you ask me any unfamiliar question which I don't face anywhere, or I don't think about this, so it is very difficult for us or me to answer the unfamiliar questions. But however, in every people has some common sense to answer some unfamiliar or some related questions. So I think the common sense may play a vital role to answer the unfamiliar questions. Actually, I don't know whether or even when I can satisfy you or not.
It's okay.
No.
Then, would you like me to ask another question?
Okay.
Okay. So let me ask you this question instead. Do you prefer asking for help or figuring things out on your own?
Do you prefer asking for help
Or figuring things out on your own?
okay? It is. I think I will be fortunate to help anyone because this is the I can take this opportunity to help others gladly. So if anyone seek any help from me, I think it will be a bliss. It will be a bliss for me, and I don't know whether what is your religion, but I am as a Muslim. As a Muslim, I want to help. Always, I want to help others, and our Prophet will advises us to help others. So, as a Muslim, we really feel happy and feel blessed to help others. No, no.
Okay, I get it. Thank you so much for your answer. So, you would prefer to give help to others as well as asking help from others if they are able to help you, of course. And yeah, sometimes when we are faced with the situations that we are not ready for, of course, it's sometimes good to ask people for help, and also if that person is in need for help as well, we should be able to help them. So yeah, that's a good answer. Thank you so much, Hassan, for your answer. Okay, then I guess that will be all for today. It's been an hour of the session. Thank you so much for everyone who joined this session. I really appreciate it. I hope you all gain something from it. Even if you're late, I'm trying my best to ask you questions. So thank you so much for joining here today. Thank you, Yogi, Rahma, Ibnu, and also Hassan. I guess that will end our session for today. Thank you.